Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little DIY. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing it. If you've missed it, I don't know how, because it's all over the internet world right now, specifically Instagram. In the nail world is the little knitted nails. So not the sweater nails. This is a little 3D knitted nail. So you can make a little toque, which in Canada, we call the little beanies or skull caps that you guys refer to in the US, we call them toques in Canada. Or you can make like a little scarf. So they're basically made with a 3D gel or a 3D paste gel. And they roll them into little snakes and then they twist it. And then they lay the two twisted snakes, I guess you would call them, together. And it basically kind of looks like a knitted pattern, but it's 3D. Very, very cool. So I don't actually have any of the 3D gel paste in any of my stuff. I have so much stuff, but I don't have that, and I don't have any suppliers that I know that are in my city that I could just go and get it. So I tried Googling to see if there was a way for me to make it myself, and I actually found it. So Natasha Harton is one that I know I've seen. She's done a design using this 3D paste, and also I believe it was 10 little canvases. I seen a video of hers a while back. Now they're actually using the pre-made 3D paste. They're not doing a DIY, but I just love the design and I thought it was really cool. So I'd love to try to do this DIY for you guys and see if it actually turns out. So I've got my cornstarch ready, I've got my gel ready, and I am going to try this out for you. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Okay guys, so in the video that I watched, they said to use a builder gel, but they actually said to use a white builder gel. And I only have an old clear builder gel from IBD. I don't use this for anything. I did use it last night in a Watch Me Work video, so I'm glad that I had it on hand. So I just tend to keep this one kind of random jar of builder gel. So they did say in the video to use white, but I don't have white, so I'm just going to use clear. And then you can use anything you want to color the paste gel. So I'm just going to use this one from GLAM, and it's called Darling. It's a very nice mauve color. I'm going to use a gel polish, but you could use pigments if you want to. So I've got that one, and then obviously good old cornstarch. I've just got plain old cornstarch. That's what I'm going to be using. So I've just got this no-name one from my grocery store. And then for the actual design, I'm going to be needing some glitter. I'm going to try to emulate the one that 10 Little Canvases did, best from my memory. I didn't rewatch the video, but I think I remember how she did her design, so I'm going to try to emulate her design. So I'm using some glitter. You're going to need some type of a little spatula also to mix your paste gel, and then I'm also going to use this little jar to mix it. Now, if you are doing any type of gel items, you do not want to use a clear jar, just in case any kind of UV light from your window or anything will cure it, but I'll be keeping this in my drawer. So, and I'm probably just going to make enough to do today's video, because this will be a very time-consuming design. So it's not generally something that you can offer in your salon unless you just happen to have a lot of extra time. So I'm not going to make a bunch of it. And then, and then I've got this brush here that I'm going to be applying, because I think 10 Little Canvases said to apply top coat over the actual knitted part, but she said to add it, I'm pretty sure she said to add it very, very thinly, because otherwise I think it'll get into the grooves. So I'm just going to use this brush because it's a little bit harder of bristles, and I feel like I can kind of push it into the grooves more, rather than having it kind of settle in the grooves, and then yeah, it won't look so good. So I'm just kind of winging it. I did watch the video about the cornstarch and how to make the paste. I did watch that early this morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning in my bed. So I am going to start off by mixing and making the paste. So let's get to that. So first off, I'm going to put my builder gel into this little jar. So and she did say, I remember her saying this morning when I was watching the video, that you do use quite a bit of cornstarch. So I don't want to make a whole whack load of this. I honestly just want a little bit. I'm like struggling to get this builder gel out of the jar. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I am going to grab some of my gel polish, and I'm also going to put that in there and mix that up and just get the color that I want. I'm not sure if you could just use straight gel polish, but I'm just doing what the girl did in the video by using the builder gel, and she did 2 different colors. I will link her video below as well. I honestly cannot remember the name, but I will link the video below. She did one with pigment and with gel polish, I believe. So I'm just going to mix those 2 up until they are good and mixed, and hope that, you know, we don't have any kind of weird chemical reaction, because they are not the same brand whatsoever. So I think that that's probably enough color. I don't think that I would need any more than that. So then I'm now going to grab some of my cornstarch. This is so weird. Who would have thunk it? And I'm just using a little swatch stick, like a clean brand new one, because this is actually my cornstarch that I cook and bake with. I'm going to start with that amount, because I don't know. She didn't really show when she mixed it, like how much she added, because she kind of mixed it off camera. So hopefully I didn't put too much. This is looking like it's very, very thick, but you want it to be extremely thick, right? Because we don't want it to, once you roll it and you get the, what do I want to say? You get the little knitted snakes, you don't want them to then like settle and basically turn, like soften and melt, right? So we want it to be very paste-like, and I don't know if this is pasty enough. Like hers looked more like Play-Doh, so this still looks a little bit too sticky, I would say, and like runny or gooey. So I'm gonna grab some more cornstarch. Seems like a heck of a lot of cornstarch, but I just want to make sure. I want to see if this works, because it looked like it worked really good when she made it. Now again, I have no idea the longevity of this when you're like wearing it, you know, actually wearing it on a set of nails. I really don't know how well it will hold up, because the likeliness that I'm going to do this on someone's nails is probably pretty slim, considering I don't really have, you know, a lot of time for that. I have some clients that come at the end of the day, and those are the ones that we do a lot more nail art on, and I film with them and all that kind of stuff. So this is very, very, very dry. I will say it's a very, very dry. And I'm just hoping that it will cure. Like that's my only concern, is that the amount of cornstarch that's in here, will it cure properly? The girl that did the video that I watched on YouTube, hers did cure. It cured well. So now I'm wondering if I put a little too much cornstarch, because it's not really mixing in as well as I would like it to. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. There's just some little bits of white. But this to me seems more of the right consistency. It's not like stringy at all. It's like putty, you know, it's kind of like the putty that you put if you've ever puttied your walls and filled in holes. That's what this reminds me of, actually. It even has kind of a bit of that gritty texture, I will say. So I think that that is going to be enough. I think I'm just going to, let's work with that and see what happens. Now, I also remember she said, I think it was in 10 Little Canvases video. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, somebody said, normally you would use like an alcohol to mold and shape these type of gels, but I think if you'd use that, I'm pretty sure they said that if you use that, it kind of makes it melt and it makes it soft, and we don't want that. So I'm pretty sure 10 Little Canvases said to use water. So I'm just going to pull out my little bottle of water that I have had for years. I literally have had this same bottle since I started doing nails 12 years ago, whatever it is, because I use this for my water decals. So kind of sentimental. So I've got this water bottle, so I've got some water ready. So I'm going to start off by putting a layer of my color onto my little tip here. So I'm just going to put on one layer With clients, you would want to do 2 layers always. I always recommend 2 thin layers just to make sure that they cure very, very well. But being that I'm just doing a tutorial here, a little video, I'm just going to put on 1 good coat. If it looks good. If I have to do 2, I'll do 2, but we'll see. I might be able to just get away with 1 nice coat here. That's one thing I always notice in videos when they do swatching or anything like that. Like, I want to see them apply it. I try to apply it, the colors in my swatch videos how I would apply them on clients, because you're not going to apply a big old thick layer on your client's nails. You want to make sure that you do 2 thin layers. So when I do my swatch videos, I try to like do them how I would apply it on clients. Okay, so that's a good enough layer. So I'm going to wipe off the dispersion layer and make sure that it stays stuck onto my little tab here. So like I said, I'm trying to remember how 10 Little Canvases did her design. So I'm pretty certain that she wiped off the dispersion layer and then she added a layer of gel top coat at the bottom and sprinkled in the glitter. So I'm just going to use Madame Glam's No Wipe top coat and just apply a layer kind of halfway down the nail. So like so. Nothing too crazy, nothing too thick. So the reason I wiped off the dispersion layer of the gel polish is because I did not want the glitter to stick to anywhere except for down here. So I think that's good enough. Now I'm just going to remove it off of this little stand so it doesn't get covered in glitter, and I'm going to sprinkle this glitter, and this is just a very fine iridescent glitter. Nothing fancy, something we all, I'm sure, have in our tickle trunk. Tap it off, and then I'm just going to get that in the light to cure. I always do my glitter onto a paper towel so that I can pour it back into the jar. Now, anyone who has any concerns about contamination or the fact that it's touched a client's skin should not be concerned, because you should be getting your clients to wash their hands when they come into your salon, so their hands should be all perfectly clean. All right, so that has come out of the light, so I'm just going to dust off the excess. And when I dust off sugar nails, I really like to use this brush. You guys, this brush has been with me for so many years. I believe that it was a C&D brush. It kind of reminds me of a beard brush, like when they're applying shaving cream. It's a lot firmer bristles, so I find it really gets the excess glitter off of the nail rather than just such a soft one. But it also doesn't hurt the client's hands. It's not like super rough. Okay, so I've got that, so let's get into the paste. So I'm just actually going to pour out some of my water into this jar, or into the lid of this bottle. And if you look in the bottom of this lid, it does look nasty, but that's just paint. It's not mold, I promise you guys. It's not mold, it's paint, because I sometimes will dip. When I used to do a lot of acrylic paint work, I used to just dip my brush sometimes in the lid. Okay, so let's get my paste. So if I remember correctly, 10 Little Canvases said she used a very small amount. And maybe I should wet my fingers first and wet the tile. I'm just going to use this tile, so I'm just going to do that. And then grab a little bit of this and just start rolling it. I'm going to wet my other fingers too. And just start rolling it into, oh, it's like melting. So that's not working. I think there's too much, I bet you it's too much water because of the cornstarch. So then how the frick did they do it? Okay, just maybe I put too much water. So let's just do a little bit of water. Let's try this again. I don't know if this is going to work. I think that I was duped. Or maybe there's just too much cornstarch in here and that's why. Well, if I can just roll it without the water, let me remove the water off of here. Let me get a paper towel and clean this and just slightly dampen my finger and then just roll it. Okay, that's working better. So you just have to make sure you don't use a lot of water because, well, too much water will make the cornstarch melt. And it's now stuck to my finger, so definitely do need some water or it will get stuck. And you really, it's a very, very light touch that you need, a very, very light touch. So I'm trying to make this as thin as possible. You guys, this is not easy to work with. Okay, so then she grabbed, she had like a little pointy tool and she picked it up in the middle. So let's see if I can pick it up without it getting oh, it broke. See, I think that the problem is I may have put too much cornstarch. That's my thought, is there might be too much cornstarch in this. But I really want to get it to work. Yeah, I think because of the water, it's like melting. Let's try again. I'm wondering if I could put a little bit of cuticle oil on my skin instead of the water. Let's try that. See if that works. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil, nothing major. Grab another piece, just a little piece, and start rolling it on the tile. I am determined to get this to work for you guys. Absolutely determined. It's kind of breaking in the middle again. So I wonder if I could just take this piece and lay it next to this piece. I'm going to break that little bit off there and grab these two and see if I can twist them. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. This is just not working. But I'm hell-bent on getting it to work. Let's try again. It's just breaking apart. It doesn't want to. And then it's like sticking to the plate a little bit too much. Okay, let's try this piece. I'm going to pick it up. I think we maybe got it. Okay, so that one's twisted a little bit more, I would say, but still not. I'd like it to be a little bit even more twisted. Okay, so we've got one. Not perfect by any means, any stretch of the imagination. It is not perfect. Okay, so I've got one little roll there. Let's try another one and see. It's very, very finicky. Very, very delicate. Oh, see, it's like breaking in the middle there. So let me just put these two together and twist them. So now the other thing she said is you have to twist them, the braids or the twists, I guess the little ropes, when you do them you want to twist them in the opposite direction of each other for the ones that you want to put together. So this one I'm going to twist in this direction. It's the same direction, this one, as the other piece. Yeah, this one didn't work very well. I wonder if I can reuse it. See, my concern with the oil is that I don't know when it cures if it's... I'll have to maybe cleanse it to make sure there's no oil on it. Well, so far, you guys, I would say if you can buy it, buy it. Don't try to make it, because this is not easy at all. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to try it for you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, dang it, it broke again. Okay. This is taking way too freaking long. So now if I normally twist it that way, I'm going to twist it the other. I think I'm twisting it the opposite way this time. So see, the lady who did the DIY, she didn't actually make rope out of hers. She just kind of pushed it onto the nail. So maybe it's just not really good for that. So I'm going to put this one on the nail. I'm just going to get that laid down right there. Sorry, I'm out of frame, but I just put it, basically laid it down. And then I'm just going to break off this little piece here. And this piece here as well. Now, oh shoot, I'm supposed to put a piece of some top coat first. So let me put a layer of top coat to glue this in, basically to glue that rope or to have it set into the gel polish. Okay, let me grab this little piece again. Hopefully I can without wrecking it, because it's actually not too bad, this one. Okay. Okay, so I've got one on. It's only taken an hour. Now, is this one twisted in the opposite direction? I believe it is. You know what? I'm going to just redo this one. And then I'll get it right onto the nail, because I don't want to like leave them, whoopsies, sitting on the palette and then trying to, I don't know what's going on here. If we have, I have like a sticky part on the tile. I think I need to wipe my tile. Put a little oil down. Now it's like too greasy and it won't roll. You guys, this is way difficult. I'm definitely going to tell you guys not to DIY. Don't DIY this stuff. I've got some glitter in there too. Okay, let me pick this one up and give it a little twist. And now I have to make sure I twist it in the opposite direction. So that one I twisted that way. So this one I'm going to twist this way. Oh, and it freaking broke again. What is going on? this is just not working the way I would like it to. So that one's twisted that way. I need to twist this one the other way. So I'm actually going to push this and angle it a little bit more to a point. Because I actually want to put a pom-pom on top. Hey guys, so that took absolutely forever. That took way too long. Obviously, if you have the stuff that's already made, it will not take you this long. So I'm going to now get this in the light to cure, and let's see if it'll even cure. Hopefully it'll cure. So now for the little pom-pom, I'm actually just going to see if I can mix a little bit of this exact same stuff on my tile, because I only need a little bit just for the pom-pom. And I'm gonna like roll it in my glitter to see if how that's gonna hold up. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're gonna wing it. We're just playing around. I really just wanted to do this DIY and see if it actually would work. And I mean, it does work, I guess, but is it something that I would ever want to do again? No. Way too time consuming and messy. So, I'm going to make me some white. I can just get this mixed in, make a little ball of white paste. I don't need anything huge or anything, like nothing too big, just mix it up. So I think that's pretty good. I have like a little white ball. Let me grab this out and actually see if it cured. So it did cure. It did cure, you guys. Like, I'm kind of shocked. I really wasn't sure if it was going to cure. Okay, so I've got my little white ball. I'm going to plop it into this glitter like I would do like a little cookie if I was making a little sugary cookie. I'm going to grab some of my top coat and we're just going to hope that it'll work. Oh, because I've been winging this whole thing. I'm just going to try to pick it up. Oh, it fell down. And see if I can get it on here. It's oh, dang it. It's a very soft little blob, so I kind of want to like squish it on a little, I guess. Let's see if I can get this to kind of stick on top of this. I'm just going to put it in the light sort of sideways for a second. Again, obviously this is not something we're going to do in the salon as a, you know, regular service. This is more for fun. Although I'm sure I will have some clients who will see this and say they want it and it'll be a hard no. It'll be a hard no for me. Okay, so I'm going to just fully cure that now. I got it to sit on the nail, so I'm going to fully cure. Okay, I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little bit because I feel like I have all these little tiny balls of purple mauve paste everywhere. And then, like I said, you would want to go through and take a little bit of top coat. I'm just going to put a little bit on their matte top coat, and I'm just going to use this brush, and I'm basically just going to kind of brush it that little bit all over that surface there to make it matte. And then also I'll probably go just around here with it as well, just to make that matte. So I'll stick that back in the light and continue cleaning up this mess. All right, you guys, so here it is. It is actually kind of cute. I'm not even gonna lie. It does look pretty cute. If you see, it looks just like a little toque. It is actually quite cute, and everything does appear to be totally hardened. So yeah, it's very cute. So I mean, I'm quite shocked that it hardened the way it did. That was actually going to be my main concern, but in regards to actually playing with it and, you know, trying to twist it and all that, it does not work. My fingers feel awful. I need to like acetone the crap out of them to get that sort of sticky residue off. Alright guys, so as you can see, the struggle was real. Obviously, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you just go out and buy some of the gel pastes that are out there. I think that this would be okay if you were going to be using a brush and making like a 3D flower and using a little bit of alcohol and pressing it in that manner. I do think that this would be okay in a pinch. if you didn't have a 3D paste and you needed to make one because you had to do a 3D flower and you didn't want to just use acrylic or something like that, you could do that. I do think it would work. Like I mentioned, the video that I saw where the lady made this paste and did the DIY, she did not do a sweater or a knitted effect like I did. She did just kind of press it onto a nail. So I will link that video below as well. Would I recommend this? Absolutely not. I am glad that I could be the guinea pig for you guys and test it out and let you know not to do it unless you have 5 hours to do one nail, because honestly, I didn't even look at the time. I have no idea how long it took me, but it took a very long time. And yes, it is cute. I mean, it is very, very cute. If you can see it, it is very, very cute. I do like the addition of the little pom-pom, but definitely not like practical for, you know, everyday wear, something for fun. And so yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you did, please share it with someone else. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. And as always, guys, have an amazing day.